How does your program differ, let's say, than a high school program or a rec center program? Or
It's important to figure out what your program has to offer and what you want it to offer. And we've really tried to base our program on a sense of community and education. So from the very beginning classes, there's always a sense of community within the class, from the way they enter class to the way they exit class, to the things we do in class. It becomes a community. That one class is a community, and we always talk about that. And then just the education of it as well. We've talked about, dance history from the very beginning for these kids. So I think that that's something that differs is both my business partner and I have a degree. And so, and most of our teachers actually have degrees as well. So we understand the importance of dance history and along with community. And so I think that's something that makes us differ from other studios a bit. And then going on with our program, that's our more recreational program, but also the more they become involved in the studio, the more they feel a community, which is so important for them to feel. And for our older kids and our competition kids, I think one thing that really sets us apart is that we don't only focus on competition with them. We make sure that we're taking them to prep auditions, we're taking them to college experiences, we're showing them different types of audition experiences, we're taking them to travel outside of the country to perform just for performance sake and not for competitive sake. We do both, but I think it's really important that we show both sides and focus a lot on the performance aspect of a group and not just a solo. I think that that's really important because you don't graduate college and get a principal role. You have to learn how to dance together and dance as a community if you want to work. And so I think that's something that we've really tried to instill in our dancers as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. What pedagogical elements or methods of teaching do you think work best with different age groups? I think you've touched a little bit on this, but is there anything else that maybe jumps out at you?
I think that obviously different age groups need different pedagogical approaches. I think that something for our studio is we've found it really important to have a syllabus and to have lesson plans and to make sure that all of our teachers are on the same page so that the kids know how to excel and they just move up and it doesn't become a completely new experience that they don't understand. So the discipline is close to the same in every experience and the way they're learning is the same. And so I think it's really important to have that syllabus. You learn this before you move to the next level. You learn this before you move to the next level. You learn this before you, and in what way are you learning it? Just making sure that we're all on the same level has been something that's really, really helped our program with that. So syllabus, and I know it sounds old school, but it really just helps to keep it on the same page. Yeah.
And then they can visually see, the parent and the child can visually see exactly what they need to attain to move. Yep. So it keeps a harmony actually, as well as clarity. Yeah. I've heard that from many people. So that's really great to remember. You also mentioned something about lesson plans. And what types of lesson plans do you just do it for yourself, or do you require it amongst all of your teachers?
We don't require it amongst our teachers, but we encourage that they come in with lesson plans. We will have the syllabus for them. So if you're teaching a jazz one, ages whatever to whatever, you have a syllabus that you need to follow. These are your goals to get the kids to before the end of the season or the semester. And then as far as it'll be like, they make up their own choreography and stuff, but they are required to come in prepared and ready to go. So having that ready, whatever it is, all the teachers can have a different process for their lesson plans, but we make sure that we instill the importance of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as a studio and music, and there's so many varieties of music out there, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to be current, you want to be, updated with your music, but
Yeah.
what standards, or do you have to impose standards or
Oh,
policies
yeah.
with music?
Absolutely. And we're blessed with really great teachers that understand, but we do make their music has to go through us, and we have to make sure that it is okay, especially for performances. Before they can move on with their choreography, they have to get their music okayed by us before they can move on with choreography.
Okay.
But they're really great with understanding that. Most teachers are, as they begin to work with kids, they understand.
I understand. Good. Have you ever had an occasion where you had to remind somebody?
Yeah, definitely. It tends to be our hip hop teachers
Oh.
that we have to do just a little nudge and remind them that, yeah. But usually they're great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I understand. That's good. Okay. Because you hire, what do you value most in a dance teacher? What are you looking for when they come in to audition for a position?
Yeah.
What paperwork are you looking for? And then when they do the teaching portion of the audition, what are you looking
Yeah. So we look for resume and bio, and always a link to a reel helps a lot. So we love to see, like, if they have a choreography reel, we love to see that, or if they've worked with other even other studios or anything like that. We love to see reels. So that's real important to us, because that's when we get to know if they can do the choreography or anything like that. And then, hang on, sorry, crazy.
for?
My dog's going crazy. And then let's see, we also we'll have them come and teach like a master class or just a workshop to our dancers, and we'll just observe. We'll come in and out of the classroom, and a lot of times we ask the students how they felt about it. Obviously we don't base our entire decision off of the students, but we like to get the feedback from the kids, because ultimately if they find a connection with the kids, that's what matters a lot. So the connection with the kids, and then also in the interview with us, it's the connection with us. Will they fit in with how we like to run our sense of community? Will they understand that? Do they bring the positive, nurturing vibe that we're looking for? Do we think they'll mesh well with our other teachers? We think it's really important also for our teachers to be able to collaborate and get along. So it's really just, do they fit in this atmosphere, as well as do they have the education? Will they bring what we feel they need to bring?
Wonderful.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, this has been great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and all of your insight and experience.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.